Morning you lot. How you all doing? You're all well and dandy. Nice bit of frost this morning as you would have just seen. What's that? Shadow. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it says about 4 degrees, but it must have been nearly 0 or below 0 to get the frost, really, I suppose. Got me, hold on. Got me Lee Bear flask thing. Don't like Lee Bears, really. I've had enough experience in Lee Bears now to know that they're a bloody pain in the arse. Lee Bears are. They're bulldozers, are noisy as fuck, and they make your ears ring trying to drive one of those in the new ones. And they got rid of the windows, and you get one window, no good. But I've driven enough of them. I've been given some free things in the past, so I've got a Lee Bear flask now, which is nice. I'd like some cat merchandise, really. Cat is my favourite brand. Cat, then Komatsu. Lee Bear 0. Unfortunately. Mainly because how noisy they are. Don't like that at all. Go for a little walk now in the morning. Bloody hell, yesterday. It was Sunday yesterday. And what happened was... Oh look. Diverted traffic. Huh. I wonder what's going on now. Oh, bloody hell. More houses. Shit. Yesterday, it was dreadful yesterday. It was Sunday yesterday. And we usually light in our home, for a long time, we've used joss sticks or incense sticks, whatever you want to call them. You know, apple wood, cedar wood, any different flavours or smells. And this particular box, I thought, oh, let's light one. So I lit one in the morning. Bloody hell, it fucked me up. Don't know what was the matter with it. You know, Mrs. said, oh, that's a weird one. I said, yeah, I know. It's that same box though. And then all of a sudden, like, my eyesight started to like fleck around. I was like, ooh. And it was like I had running water in my eyes. I was like, what the bloody hell's going on here? Anyway, threw that out the window. Not my eyes, the stick. But for the rest of the day, man, you know, I felt drained. I had a big headache. I felt terrible. Weird, man. Very weird. We've been using them for... Well, I used to light joss sticks in bedroom when I lived with Mum and Dad before I moved out. The missus has used them in her flat when she was younger. And ever since we've lived together for the past 8 years, we've always had joss sticks, lit them in the living room, you know, just for a bit of smell. Nice little aroma, you know. Some people will argue, they stink like burning wood or whatever. Some of them do. It depends what brand you get. You have to get decent-ish ones, you know. Otherwise they just stink of burning. And one of them we got smelled of burning plastic. That was shit, get rid of that. But the ones we had at the minute, they smell nice. They smell like proper... It's like cedar wood, I think it is. There's another one that's supposed to smell like oak. We haven't opened that one yet. But yeah, I don't know what happened. But it bloody well... Near as goddamn made me die for the day, that did. Bloody painful. I won't be doing that again. Having them ones again. I threw the whole lot of them out the window. Fuck that. Oh man. I must admit I am jealous. Jealous of people that have quiet cars. As I hear cars go past, you know, as I see cars in car parks now, and it's a petrol, you know, and it's nice and quiet, and they drive, so I feel jealous, man. Not like my one. All the bloody time. Tell you what, it wouldn't start this morning. It wouldn't start the bloody this morning. I got in it, went to start it to warm it up, you know, because it's cold. I want to warm it up while I take the wheelie bins out, and then I get in it and go. So it's ticking over while I get the wheelie bins out. It wouldn't start. I was like, what the... Come on! You know, 14,000 miles on it, petrol and all, not even diesel. I was like, oh, come on! Then it fires on one cylinder. I was like, fucking hell. Then it eventually starts, but it's clattering and clattering. I think, do I turn it off? Do I keep it going? What do I do? So I left it going. It's going. I was like, oh fuck. And then all of a sudden it just kind of burst into life, clattering away. Fucking hell, fucking thing. What do you do with it, eh? What do you do? Carry on. I feel wide awake and energetic today though, luckily. Yeah, I feel really good today. It's amazing what a good night's sleep does to you, really. It gets you back up and running again, you know. There's all straw all over the road. Look. Farmers obviously been farmed there. Look, the farm there is. It's like a lane. Goes all down there, and there's a farm right there. There's another one actually over the road over there. Obviously been cutting straw around. There's a straw all over the road. Car. I tell you, that's one thing I'd love to do. I'd love to own a farm, but there's one catch in what I wouldn't like to do. I'd like to own a farm, but I'd like to either be crazily successful, where it wouldn't matter massively if things went tits up, because the way farms are, especially at the moment, the margins are so narrow. You know, even if they get one half of a field that dies because of disease or floods or something like that, they're in serious trouble. Profits go out the window. You know what, that field profits for that field could be gone, and they could even be in the loss. So I'd like to own a farm in a world where it wouldn't be that much pressure. You know, you'd be well alright. Either that, or I'd be like a multi-millionaire and just farming just to keep things ticking over, but also for a bit of fun, because I like farming. That's what I'd like to do. So there's not too much pressure. You're just doing it just for something to do. You know, keeping things going, keeping your money topped up, keeping everybody fed. You know, that would be brilliant. That's what I'd like to do. Let's see if it will start now. It's warm up now, obviously, because I've got to work now. Ready? Here we go. Yeah. Fucking thing. God. Did it make you upset or what? I'd love that. Oh, mate, was watching who's familiar with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? So you must all know Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And last night we were watching all of the episodes where people have actually won £1 million, and the first person to win, Judith something or other, and all the ones to win £1 million. Fuck, £1 million, you won't go very far these days, right? You couldn't buy a farm for £1 million. Well, you probably could buy a shit farm for £1 million, but you couldn't buy a good farm for £1 million. With all the land, you know, probably still a few fields for £1 million, the farmers these days. But £1 million, oh, imagine. I'll tell you what we'd do. We've already discussed it. We'd buy a nice big house somewhere, or yeah, we wouldn't build one because we don't like building houses, but we'd buy one that's already built, an older one, somewhere nice, loads of land, and I'd just buy tractors and things, and I'd probably, you know, I'd teach my daughter and my son, and I'd hope my wife would help. She said she'd be in on it, but I don't think she'd do a lot. But we'd have like fields that we cut for straw and hay, and we'd sell to local people with horses and other animals for as cheap as possible. But obviously we're going to have to make a profit, because we've only got £1 million. We'd only have £1 million. You know, that would be fucking gone in no time. After we bought the house with a bit of land and a few tractors, we wouldn't be millionaires anymore. We'd probably only have 200,000 or 300,000 left, if that. Probably not even that. So we'd have to make a profit, obviously. But that's what we'd do. I don't think we'd have any animals, because they can be a bloody nuisance. Cows and other animals. You know, things go wrong with those too much. But I think that's what we'd do. Oh, that would be the nuts, man. I think the videos I could make then, you know, driving around in the tractors again, like what I used to do when loads of you lot probably come onto this channel then, driving around in the tractors, you know, I could do how to repair them and all kinds of stuff. Oh man, that would be the tits. Yeah, I'd love that.
Just doing straw and hay and all that. Not straw, hay. We do straw because to get straw you need to have crops, and we might have crops. Depends how successful the farm is. If we can make it, viable to plant some crops, wheat, barley, or whatever, then you got to store it. You have to have silos, unless you want to go store it in somewhere else in a store and then pay to store it. Don't know about that. You need a big barn somewhere. Depends how, but that's what we do, man. Oh, fucking that'd be the tits. I'd love that. Yeah, £1 million, £1 million. But really, these days, to be successful, like, you need a few million. Because as I already said, if you've got $1 million, because we would literally have, because we've got no money now, see. So it's not as if we'd have $1 million and a couple of 100,000. we already had. We'd have $1 million. That would be it. And so after you bought a house, you can take sort of 600-700 grand out of that. Poof, gone. 300 left. Fuck. What are you gonna do? So you need a few million to be any good, really, these days. Because just 1 million don't go far these days. I wouldn't have thought. Yeah. So I need to win the lottery. What was the jackpot? 358 million or something on the jackpot on the lottery a couple of weeks ago. 358 million. Whoa, man! I'll tell you what. I will delegate 10 million. 10 million. And I'll just give to random people. Obviously, I'll make sure friends and family are alright. But random people that I see around. Maybe some people at work who I think are pretty alright. Or, if I don't know. I don't have any friends. But if I just see some people that I think deserve anything, I'd be like, bloody hell, your car's a bit shit, isn't it? And they'd be like, oh no. I'd be like, come on, what's your favourite brand and car? And they'd be like, now, but they'd say something like BMW, something that's expensive but shit but expensive. BMW. Alright, get in. Off to the BMW dealer. What one do you like? And they go, bloody hell, that one over there. Oh, look at that one. Oh, £100,000, eh? Alright. Go and sign the paperwork, it's yours. Yeah, that's what I'd do. Fucking. Because you've got 300 million. 358 million. Take away 10 million. 348 million. You've still got 348 million pounds. You can get rid of 10 million pounds and just give it to random strangers. And you've still got 348 million. You could buy a massive mansion with loads of acres of land. Millions of acres of land. And you still have hundreds of millions of pounds left. Oh. I wouldn't be any good as a millionaire because I'd be giving it to everybody. I'd just be buying people's stuff left, right and centre. I wouldn't be no good. I'd be bankrupt in no time probably. But man. Yeah, so we were just watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and we was just like reminiscing, like thinking, what would we do, man? What would we do? I wish I had a wealth of knowledge in my head, because then I could go on a game show like that and I could probably try and win it. But at the moment you get to like the £1,000 question and you're like, oh man, I ain't got a clue. It's all down to luck though, a lot of it, isn't it? Yeah, it's all down to luck. Anyway, I hope you lot are alright. Christmas is on its way and a lot of you lot are feeling quite negative. I don't know why. I say the same to you and I say the same to anybody. Life is what you make it, but this Christmas is going to be very different, right? And it's going to be what you make it. So I know we're probably not going to be able to see our family. You don't spend Christmas with friends, do you, unless you've got no family. In my experience, friends ain't worth spending any time with. I've had it with friends that don't give a shit about you, but you spend your time with the family on Christmas, right? Even those of you that don't celebrate it, you usually have a gathering, don't you? Well, I think most of them do anyway. So you might not be able to do that in person, right? But you can still make it a good Christmas. There's still ways of getting around it. There's still different things to do. You could go on a. There's no harm. I know it's supposed to be a lockdown, right? But I can't see the harm if you're in your own car and you go to your family's house, right? And they stand on their doorstep or window. Or it depends on how the family is. I mean, if your family's got like a driveway where you can drive down it and go in the back garden, then they can open up the window and you can sit there. You could be sitting in your own car, right, with the window down, and they can be sitting in their home with the window open, right? Alright, you might lose a bit of heat, might have to have the heating on, but fuck it, who cares, it's worth it. And you can have a chat, you know. You could even have a Christmas dinner. I can't see the harm in that. You're not supposed to be going in houses and mixing with each other, which is fair play, right? People are going, oh no, I'm going to have to talk about see anybody. Oh, fuck off. You're going to bet there's going to be loads. You know, you're still going to better go and drop presents off and all that bollocks. There's not, it's not going to be, it'll be what you make it. If you make it negative and bad, it'll be negative and bad. If you make it good and positive, it'll be good and positive. The wife and me, we've set up our plan because we don't know what exactly is going to happen. Could be lockdown, could not be. I don't know. Could we go to pit? We don't know. Usually we'd go round our family's houses, 2 of them, her side and my side, and we'd have 2 Christmas dinners, 2 separate days. Have 2 Christmases for her side of the family and my side of the family. Yeah, a Christmas day there, Christmas day there. So we've got that planned as usual, if we can do that. But if we can't, we've got other plans, plan A, plan B and plan C. Very easy and simple to do. You know, and obviously the worst case scenario, but it's still not bad, is that I thought I heard a horse walking. I was like, what the bloody hell was that? A bloody horse out there now? You know, the worst case scenario, we're sitting at home and we've got a FaceTime on or a video call. You know, it's still good. You still get to see them, and that ain't going to be the same. Everyone's going, oh, it's going to be the same. But everybody wants to rebel. That's the trouble. You've got to think, when there's a rule in place, or a law, any rule, even at work, if there's a rule, most people want to rebel against the rule. It's, you know, you've got to admit I'm right. It's human nature to rebel against rules, okay? It just is. So, a lot of people know that it's probably for our own good, and the reason the government have to put rules and laws in place is because humans are too thick and stupid and they don't use common sense, yeah, to help themselves. So it takes the government, who are also human beings, and evidently they don't always obey their own rules. Well, that's just fucking stupid to themselves, man. They don't set a good example, a lot of these governments, but you got to use your common sense. Humans are stupid. They are, okay? A lot of them will make a rule and then don't listen to it themselves, and we all know that that's true in every scenario, in every case. But looks like everybody's turning up behind me now. It'll be time to go to work soon. Now, where there's a rule, the government have put these rules in. You know, you can't go out. There's bloody protests in the town centre at the weekend. Protests. Oh, we don't want to be freedom. Oh, fuck, freedom. So this is a rule, but humans are going to want to rebel against it. There's a rule at Christmas that's probably going to say you can't go and meet with family. People are just going to go, ah, fuck a rule. They're going to go do it anyway, right? It's a good thing to do, to use your common sense and only do what you think is right. And if the law is saying at the moment, we don't recommend, because you've got to think, if you all fuck around now and everyone starts getting ill, you could have a disease for Christmas. You could have this disease and you could be fucked. Well, I hope that's true. If you're one of these people, then that is you know, ain't using your common sense, then I don't have any sympathy for you. I really don't. I'm sorry, but I don't have any sympathy. Anybody who breaks a rule that is there to help them for their own good, I don't have any sympathy for. You know, those of you, for example, if you're speeding, if you break the speed limit, there's a speed limit on a road for a reason, 30 mile an hour, because people are so stupid, so they can't govern their own speed for themselves, and they want to fly down any road at 100 mile an hour, yeah, and start knocking kids over, because they're so stupid, and think, oh, this road's a bit narrow, there could be kids about, I better go slow. They don't do that. So there's a rule in place, a law, that says you must go 30 mile an hour on this road. But people are like, that law says 30 mile an hour. I want to do 60 because it says 30. And they hit their own kid. No sympathy for you. No sympathy. It's like people, you know, it's common sense, isn't it? When it's winter and you've got frosty windows, and this is based on a true story that I know of, right? Not me, but somebody else. Winter, frosted windows, yeah? It's common sense. It's not a law. It is actually a law. It's a law that you must have unobstructed windows before you go on the road. That is a law. But, however, it's common sense. you clean your windows off so you can see where you're going before you start driving, right? But people are so stupid. They get in the car. Oh, fuck, it's gonna take ages. I'm too lazy for that. Start reversing out the driveway. What's that noise? Run over their own dog. No sympathy. No sympathy for that. Fucking use your common sense. Jesus Christ. Anyway, you lot, sorry about that. That's a little chat for today, because I did actually have plans for the weekend to do a video on a lawn boy 4651, a chainsaw, and also fixing my shed roof because the felt blew off in some wind. We had a storm the other day. But then I got this thing with this bloody incense stick, messed me up in the head, and I had to go to sleep and I couldn't do anything. So that messed up my weekend, and so yeah, I didn't get to film any of that, so I thought I'd just have a chat with you this morning. I'll catch you on the next one, dudes. All the best. Take care.